Okay. We are on time. Oh my gosh.
Hi! I told you guys we'd be on time.
Oh my gosh.
And here
On
we are.
time. Yeah. Well, especially after last time I felt bad because my husband was like, you need to be on time and I want you done by 9:30, so no extra 30 minutes live. And I felt so bad. So sorry about that, guys. But tonight we are, hello, can take a shot every time she says on time. Oh my gosh. But I'm here with Amy Dangerfield, as you guys know.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Let me know let us know how the audio sounds, because I forgot to plug in the second mic just now. Of course, there's always something.
We got it, though. We got it. We're
Always
good.
something. Yeah. So hi guys. So
Hello.
yeah, we do have this super chat goal. So if we reach 20 super chats of $5 or more, we will go an extra 30 minutes live tonight. Confirmed. Hard
Confirmed.
R. There's no R in there, but it's hard. How are you guys doing tonight? So we got a lot to discuss.
Audio is great. Okay, wonderful.
Well, just so you guys know, I was on Candace Owens' Twitter space last night. And for some context, my husband was like, Isabella, Candace is doing a Twitter space. You should get on it. And he told me to request to speak. And
You did a great job.
No, I literally was so awkward, I swear. I don't know. I was just like, I don't have anything to say. Like, everyone's like adding points. And
You
like,
do have things to say. What do you mean?
I was just nervous. Hi, Tom Tagart. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I was nervous, and I was going to play like my section of it. Did you hear it at all? I was so nervous.
Yeah, I think you did good. I agree. Like,
Not that I was nervous to talk to her. I just didn't have anything prepared. And I was like,
Right.
okay, he wants me to join. Hey, do you have anything I should ask? And then he like gave me something like right before I went on. But I don't know, I was like,
yeah, no, for sure. That's a high pressure setting. That was a huge Twitter space.
It was huge. That's what she said. While people are getting in here, I definitely want to tell my other platforms that I'm live. Got to tell the Discord. Are you guys in the Discord?
And do that. I need to make a Discord. I should do that.
I know.
Yeah.
You really do need to. You really do. Okay. Gotta do this.
It's a very confusing app though. But if I make a Discord and you guys want to join, I'll get that posted up on my next live. This upcoming Saturday, reminder to everybody that I am also going live with Isabella every Saturday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you guys can join us there as well.
True.
Yes.
True. Okay, so what should we start with?
Let's start with the Candace thing.
Let's start with the Candace thing.
Yeah, I mean, unless you had something else you want to start with.
Yeah, we can start with the Candace thing. So for some context, apparently there's been this what do you call him? Evan Kilgore, this influencer. Yeah. He's been a big supporter of Candace's investigation, has been posting clips like, holy shit, Candace Owens just revealed this for like months. Right. Months, like he kind of has built an account on clipping Nick and then Candace. And just recently, the other day, he kind of said, you know what, I don't know if I believe Candace because this new source that Candace had, this Mitch military guy.
Right, the Fort Huachuca situation.
Huachuca.
I'm saying it wrong. But
Huachuca.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He apparently, this military guy happened to allegedly run into this meeting that Candace believes is like a top secret prior like planning of CK assassination, and he happened to run into it, and some of the guys recognized him, so they questioned him, and he provided Candace with a bunch of proof, documentation, time, whatever, because they have to like document it whenever there's military meetings.
Right.
He claimed that he saw Erica Kirk there too.
But the day before, right? Not at the day of this meeting in question when he was there. No, so that I believe
that's probably crucial.
That was the thing. Because oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, Isabella.
The live stream's playing through my phone.
Gosh, yeah.
Who was it? No, somebody challenged her on that specifically. Was it Harrison? Who challenged her? He was like,
yeah.
Why does it? And they really got into the nitty gritty of that. He's like, so are you implying that Erica was there the day of that meeting and therefore she was complicit? And she's like, no, I never said that. And then he pushed her a little bit more, and she's like, oh, well, we said that she was there the day before, that he saw her the day before, but not at the meeting in the locality of the region where it was held.
Yeah.
If I misunderstood that, you guys, then
I'm gonna
please
try to pull up his part. Actually, I'm gonna see if he.
I'm sure he probably
Guys,
did.
This mic is like right in my way of like looking.
There you go.
Sorry.
You're good. This is
people,
honestly probably better, actually.
I know. I could pull up the space. I do have it saved, but the thing is it kind of is weird when I've been trying to access it because I just filmed a video about it. But we'll see. Let me try, guys. Let me try.
Yeah, no, I do remember he was pressing her on that, and so she was like, "Yeah, no, I never said that Erica was there, and Mitch never said that Erica was there the day in which this meeting took place, the day in which there was that incident report, which they verified the incident report, but she did state that that Erica was there in the location the prior day, and he's like, so, I mean, obviously you're drawing conclusions then, and you're saying the two are related. Like, otherwise, why would you deem it necessary to bring it up that she was in the same locality the day prior?
And apparently her, okay.
There we go. Yeah.
So apparently also she has said that, and I have some clips on this, that she's never had a boyfriend before, she's never drank before, blah, blah, blah. And there's like clear evidence that she has done both. And it's just weird. And apparently her ex-boyfriend that works at the Daily Jew, the Daily Wire, was at this meeting too, who now has become like some position in Turning Point, which is very interessante.
Oh, right. Well, 'cause he was like a producer for the Daily Wire for a time, right?
Yes.
And now he all of a sudden has a position back at Turning Point. That is a little weird. Not gonna lie.
It's a little weird. I'm trying to find the part where Harrison is speaking, so give me 1 second. But I will thank you guys for the super chats on the Narrow Gate. Good seeing your America First hat, Amy. So true. Isn't she so cute in it? I look like a freaking retard in hats. Any hats?
I look like a retard in
No, you look so cute.
Well, I have it all the way pushed down. When I first got this hat, I thought it was way too big for my head, and I made a plea to Nick because I know he doesn't want to make hats or merch for women, but I was like, maybe there's some guys out there with like smaller heads like us women.
He picked you to make a new size for. Well, he just made newer like sizes for fatter people. So.
Oh, what about skinnier people with smaller heads? Because I just feel like it makes my head look really big, but I like it still. I'll rep it.
That's
one of my
so
favorite
funny.
hats.
I have like such a big head. It's so annoying. But no, it looks really cute on you. So I do have this Twitter space. So let me share this. Okay, now I don't have this prepared. Perfect. I'm going to get it ready. Guys. So let me address the other super chats. You have your own version of her take, couple more guests, and you'll be a set.
We're talking about it. We have some ideas possibly in the works.
We have been brainstorming with these so-called female brains, and yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying. And then Toad, I wish we could trade all of our Somalians for a few more based Australians. True.
Nice.
I mean, I know. I'm still like every time I see a post about Somalians, I'm not gonna lie, I scroll past. I get bored immediately.
You're overwhelmed by it, or
I just don't care. I should care.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I mean, for Somalis living in the United States to commit fraud that is in excess to the GDP of Somalia, of all of the human beings in Somalia and all of their productivity, the U.S. population of Somalian scammers scammed for more money than the entire GDP of a country. Like, that's kind of fucking crazy.
That's actually a big deal. I don't know why I'm like acting like it's not a big deal.
But I get like the feed is like flooded with it, and some people are speaking in like some pretty technical terms and stuff. It's like it's easy to scroll past, but I think it's pretty fucked up, and I think it's cool. It says a lot about citizen journalism, like.
Yes.
Why the F isn't ABC or even Fox, like right-wing public, like why aren't these big media corporations pursuing these types of stories?
Well, because they're all fake and gay. Like I feel like this is so like a decade, like we've known this.
Exactly.
And we keep talking about it, and I get it. Like we should talk about it, but
because it holds them to account. That's the only reason why.
I don't even think we should like fuck holding them to account. We shouldn't even freaking hold them to anything. Like don't even acknowledge them. Like we get it.
They suck. Yeah, you suck. Like, you guys suck. You guys suck. And hey, it creates more opportunity for everyday people and citizen journalists, like Nick Shirley, I believe his last name is.
For Shirley.
I saw he's going to be on PBD podcast tomorrow, actually. I'm sure that'll be a really good interview. So shout out PBD and shout out Nick Shirley for all of that.
Yeah, I said that you should go on.
I know. I saw you tag me in that. That's very cute. Thank you. I didn't tell her to do that, by the way, guys, but I thought it was cute that she did that.
I was like, I don't know if she'll get like mad at me. Not like think it's like weird.
No, you're a good friend. I appreciate that.
I kind of wanted to tag Charlie, but I was like too soon. Fun fact, actually, okay, years ago. It was like right after Charlie Kirk got married. Have you ever been like as an ambassador to where this was before I was like blacklisted and like whatever, not blacklisted, but unambassadorshipped, whatever, which I totally got because of what I tweet. I wasn't acting like a martyr like all these other bitches that were like, "Oh my gosh, they said I can't be like." Yeah, they don't have an obligation to pay for you to go and like represent their brand.
Right.
Like you're not a martyr. It's okay. It's their own company. I get it. Like I actually felt bad for the guy that called me and told me. I was like, "Don't feel bad. Yeah. It's okay. I get it."
He seems so distressed in telling you.
I was like, I'm surprised it took so long. Like it's okay. No worries. But so many people want to like make it a whole story. Whatever. I digress. What's new?
Right.
But before, when you were an ambassador, you would have to put in like the application who your preference for a roommate was. And I almost put Charlie Kirk as a joke right after he got married. I didn't, but that was just maybe I can become an ambassador and I'll do that now. Yeah. Anyways,
you cracked me up, man.
Thanks, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribing, liking. I did link her channel in the description, so go check that out. I'll address the couple super chats. Okay, we got Dennis. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then Roman, do you support Candace's campaign opposing the facts regarding Charlie Kirk's murder as described in the charging document by this? Are you just saying like, do I oppose like the Fed narrative?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean
that's a very weird way of asking that. So if
that was a word slop.
If you weren't asking that, let us know. But I'm pretty sure that's what the question is there. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. We're whatever. But I do have the Twitter space here. So
we have the Harrison's part.
Well, it's not. I kept trying to figure out where.
There's no time codes. It makes it really difficult.
Yeah, but let me just see where we're at.
September 9th. It was Brian Harpole who was at that meeting. To my knowledge, Brian Harpole, I don't know why.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
He would be at an Intel base. With jump in here.
Yeah.
So I guess
him not being Green Beret. I will years ago Beret. He's video. I agree. It does look like Mark Amadei. So that might be. It could be him, and we're looking for somebody else who looks like Mark Amadei. And I also think his height is wrong on Google. I don't think he looks like a daily is asking if he could just answer whether or not he was there because I don't want to throw like.
Send it to me on Twitter. Perfect. Look at my girl Amy. Oh my gosh. Can we get like W's in the chat for Amy? Can we get like every one of you?
But we need to go back and watch your section too because that is just as important.
I literally filmed a video on it and I had to mute it like and turn the camera off and just make the thumbnail for this live stream while it was playing. I was like, I have to listen to it later tonight. I can't do it again.
That's kind of normal though. Like we always judge ourselves the harshest, and everyone hates the sound of their own voice as well. Like that's just a thing.
Yeah, but I also just felt like so like. I keep saying like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna freaking shoot myself in the neck like Charlie Kirk. And hopefully,
you're fine. Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, can we put it around the other way on here? I wonder because
why is it like that?
I don't know, but it's fine. Here,
I'll try.
I wonder if we can flip it on OBS though. I watched it this way as well, like this. My head was like.
I don't know. Let me hold on. I can do that. I'll start playing it and then I'll do it. Okay.
It's good to hear from people who disagree with us. So Harrison, if you want to unmute yourself and jump in, that would be great.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I guess my whole thing is why does this meeting even matter? Like, what is the actual claim that's being made here? That's been my confusion the whole point, the whole time is like, okay, let's say that there's absolute proof, photographic evidence.
So guys, just so you know, this is Harrison. Is his last name Smith?
Yes, I believe so.
From InfoWars, and we will discuss this later, but Alex Jones has been crashing out on Candace Owens, and I do have some clips there. So that's very interesting. So Harrison obviously works for Alex Jones at InfoWars. So
and wasn't he the one? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this. I may be butchering this. Maybe I'm thinking
butcher it,
else.
babe.
Isn't he the one who said that Charlie Kirk is afraid that Israel's going to kill him like a month or months before this actually the assassination took place?
Correct. Yeah. So he actually posted that before he posted it publicly before the assassination ever happened. I actually remember seeing that and being like, holy shiitake mushrooms.
Right.
And then someone asked him on the Twitter space, hey, and I have this clipped out, hey, if you said that, how come the government hasn't reached out to you and said, how did you know that? Who told you that?
Right, exactly.
And Harrison actually updated today and said they've reached out today.
Today?
Today, yeah. So we have some updates.
Why would it take so long? That's insane.
Right, but anyways, let's listen to this.
That everything that Snow says is true. Like, who cares? I mean,
oh, wait, real quick. Trey, hello, Isabella and Amy. Great hat, by the way. So true. Only get got introduced in the last 2 months. Will you ever have Nick on? We're trying to make it happen. We're not going to keep explaining it.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
What does
Yeah.
that prove? What is the actual
Thank you.
accusation? Who do you think was conspiring with who to do what?
Yeah.
And I think obviously the name of the episode was, the day before Charlie Kirk was murdered. The insinuation is that this was a assassination planning meeting,
Yeah.
which I don't even see any evidence of that. And then people I'm arguing with online are saying, no, this has nothing to do with the assassination.
Yeah.
So I guess if the space is why this matters, why does Fort Huacachuca even matter? Like, what is the claim being made? I still don't even understand that.
So it matters because why would Brian Harpole be on Fort Huachuca at all? Right? It matters because he's giving an alibi, which means he doesn't want to be associated. Like, it could have easily not mattered. Kind of, to speak to your credit, he could have been like, yeah, I was at Fort Huachuca with my brother. And my brother's in the military. I was dropping off some food. Okay, like that could have been then suddenly a dead end. That would have been nothing. Now, because Mitch had described this as a top secret meeting in an off-site building and had described this as top brass at the Pentagon and said that these sorts of meetings, and I am forgetting the military term, are when you're just about to embark on like a mission. I know I sound
I'm not texting, guys. I'm just posting my Discord. Just posted Instagram, and then I'm done. I promise.
I really uneducated, but military guys will sound better.
Thank you, Tom Tagar, the best super chatter ever. He
Thank
literally was
you.
a Christmas miracle last live stream.
yes. Thank you so much for that.
It's hard R.
Appreciate it.
It's hard R, yeah.
Saying that, it was compelling. Like, okay, like I said, Brian Harpole was acting funny. He's been acting weird. He's been telling verifiable lies, and he cared enough to present an alibi, meaning he didn't want people to think he was there, right? So if you have to give someone an alibi, it's because you don't want people to think that you're there. There is an alibi.
I mean, but like realistically, if you're accusing someone of something, it's like you can't say if they ignore it, then why are they ignoring it? But then if they provide an alibi, then it's like, well, then they are doing that because they have something to hide.
You're damned if you do it. You're damned if you don't. How can you
Literally.
win in that situation?
Literally.
I think that's it's a false dichotomy to be setting up for your audience as well, because it's kind of like indoctrinating them into this cult-like mentality of like Candace can never be wrong. And I think it's important that no matter how loyal your audience is, that they can hold you to account if you're in the wrong. So.
Well, honestly though, after her meeting with Erica Kirk though, she had so many people in the comments. Like my husband showed me, it was like, look at all these people mad at her saying, "Oh, I guess we'll never know because you." So I think her audience will hold her to account. And it seems like Candace on the Twitter space last night was even saying like, I'm happy to be wrong. Like I'm right. I really do believe her heart's in the right place. I really do. And it doesn't mean that everything she says is completely true. And remember, whenever like the FBI or the police department, whatever, if they're investigating something, they go down rabbit holes to try to figure it out, figure out the theories.
And they're not doing it in front of millions and millions and millions of people. And I'm sure they make plenty of mistakes and they explore many dead ends. And they don't have millions of people being like, "Oh, you're retarded. You got that wrong." Right. I can only imagine the stress combined with the fact that it was her friend and this is someone that she deeply cared about. These are like a confluence of circumstances that are very unusual, that would not be typical in a usual investigation. So I think we do have to give her a little bit of grace in that regard. But to the first thing that you said, I don't think she should be espousing this narrative of if they don't provide an alibi, then they're in the wrong. And if they do provide an alibi, they're clearly trying to get the eyes off them, basically.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right. And if she is being honest, then I feel like she can hear that criticism and like you know what? That's fair. You know what I mean? Okay, let me address these 2 super chats. Elvis, thank you so much. New fan of you, and also Nick and Amy, who's dangerous in your field. Changing stuff with a hard R, so true. Life-changing stuff with a hard R. Listen, I've never not said it. Ask my parents. I've been in trouble like my whole life, writing it on walls as a kid.
You want to know something really funny, actually? So my old producer from Valuetainment texted me and was saying like how much he likes us together. He goes, "We've got a girl who drops the hard R and a girl who can't pronounce an R to save her life." Because like when I say like weather, like, burger, like we don't pronounce our R's.
Can you even say gigger? I won't say the word because I'm trying to like not get banned, but can you even say it? Like we'll have to test it after.
Yeah, I could.
I'll have to I'll train her. We'll do some speech therapy for the N-word hard R, which I'm not gay, guys. I would say it. I just will get banned. Okay. So I'm not gay. So I'm gonna put that out there. Okay. And I hate saying the N-word. I like cringe on the inside. It's like, it's disgusting. Anyways, the Narrow Gate, thank you for the super chat. I love Candace, even if she's out of her mind and wrong. What women aren't? Come on. I love her free spirit and her boldness. People have been turning against her. You have to have something to be the biggest show in the world. True. I agree. So true.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it. And by the way, we have 12 more super chats to reach the goal, to do an extra 30 minutes live
We
tonight.
just started. Let's go.
Yeah. It's actually been
Why is not needed
Oh.
if there's nothing.
time flies when
Time
you're
flies.
yapping.
Hi.
Yeah.
So
Well-
that's why it matters. I think that's why it matters. And this reaction, rather than being forthcoming, is why it suddenly feels like, okay, this is important, because no one's acting normal. No one's just like, oh yeah, cool, he was there. Like, it also is, as we have now learned, it's an intel base. He was telling the truth about exactly what building it was. I didn't name the building on my show because I wasn't sure if that would be like a national security problem, but it just happened to be that JTF was borrowing that offsite.
One point I wanted to point out too is I feel like Candace has been very cautious with Erica because there's been so many like theories and things about her family. Also, Candace talked about how she didn't want to say that the guy Mitch said he swore it was Erica because she's like, I don't really want to put that out there if I don't know. I don't know how well his facial recognition abilities are. She's like, mine sucks, so I just said it's some blonde girl. So I feel like she's actually been pretty cautious while trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. I mean, right up until the only thing she's really said against Erica was when Erica told her to stop. And by that point, that's when she had apparently uncovered enough evidence to believe that basically everyone in Turning Point was complicit in the assassination. So if she has cause to think that and she wants to explore that further, then obviously she's not going to stop if Erica tells her stop. But that's the only time I saw her really speak out against Erica.
Yeah. For sure. And I've seen her address like so many things. So many people want me to talk about Erica, but I'm just not. And yeah, so I just want to say I feel like she's been cautious with that. I really do.
I think she's made implications for sure, but I think that she could have for sure gone a lot harder based off all of the memes, all of the speculation and everything else that's online. And a lot of those things, you know, they have credibility when you look at her family, some of their connections to Israeli intelligence and things like this, right? And her early kind of like background in life. These things are suspicious and worth noting. And she didn't, clearly coming from a place of like empathy for her and wanting to tread cautiously.
Right. And it's like at what point, it's like the goal is like she wants to figure out who murdered her best friend, her brother.
Right.
And yes, you don't want to attack his widow, right? That's obvious. She's in a tough position. But at some point, there's going to be enough evidence that's like, you know what, you can tell me to stop, but I'm in too deep to where it's like, I'm trying to figure it out. And if you have had any involvement, just because you're the widow doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
like I said right before, it was actually funny because like maybe a week before Erica actually said to stop, I was telling Josiah, because I've been watching Candace daily on this. I was like, I think if Erica were to say stop now, Candace wouldn't.
Yeah,
because
no,
she's
me too.
It's too far gone.
She's in way too deep, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
No, I
so.
completely agree.
Building, and it was supposed to be a top secret meeting for those purposes. Somebody that was involved in blacking out the windows had sent us a tip. Again, it's how people are reacting to the meeting that lets us know that it's important.
I agree with that. There's not hard evidence, right? But there's a lot of things that you can tell someone's guilty by the way they react, the way that they want to shut things down. And Andrew Kolvat has been seen to be coordinating with other people, YouTube streamers, saying like, say this. No, Erica was never in some fort. It's like, it's not some fort, it's a place. And you know it's a place.
Right.
Why are you trying to coordinate this message? Why is it so contrived? Like if it's not anything suspicious, just text, you have a direct line to her.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
They did the same thing with the Egyptian planes too,
Right.
where they were asking some like White House correspondent about it, and they both kind of laughed and were like, yeah, no, we haven't got any official reports. Maybe that's something to defer to the FBI. And then you look into it, and the reporter who asked the question is actually contracted by Turning Point. And so it's like, yeah, there are some things when you look at it. I mean, but
It's like circular reasoning.
But
Their
even,
source is them.
But to that point, even if they are completely innocent and everything Candace is saying is BS, would they not still try to orchestrate marketing campaigns to
Right, they
put
could.
everything back in alignment with their narrative when they're this multi-million-dollar corporation?
Yeah,
right?
totally. They
Billion-dollar
totally could do
corporation,
that. Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
So
That's fair.
Okay. I mean,
Now,
I guess.
regarding the hotel, I never said it was important. Like I said, my perspective was there's 1,000 different reasons that she could have been at that base. Her mother has a contract or had a contract, has a contract with the DOD. Erica has been open about her mother's ties to the military in the past. She actually did an interview and said that she moved to Arizona, because her mother had a contract with the military. So again, weird thing is when Andrew's like, Erica wasn't in some fort, as if he's never heard of Fort Huachuca. His brother is in the military. His brother is a Captain Curtis Colvett. His first cousin is Captain Robert Colvett. So that kind of a language is why I've named this, why it suddenly really matters, right?
Tyler Robinson.
Okay. So, okay, we'll read the super chats. We'll take a quick super chat break. Thank you guys. So, Roman Cat said, why do you call the charging document? Let me just do this. Why do you call the charging document against the accused killer of Charlie Kirk to be Fed slop? The document has to be represented in court. Do you think there is a conspiracy by U.S. Gov or others? I think it's, as we've seen from the past, the U.S. government covered up JFK's assassination. We have no reason to just blindly trust the government. They've actually given us every reason not to. Everything we know is because the government allows us to know it. So I think we should be skeptical of everything. And there's a lot of things that are weird about what happened.
If Tyler Robinson is guilty in this and they're able to convict him beyond a reasonable doubt that he was there, shot the trigger, was responsible in this. This does not mean that he was a lone operator. Right. This does not mean that there was not possibly CIA or other, countries' intelligence agencies influencing inside of these Discord chats. It would not be the first that we've seen anything like this occur in the past. But we all know that there's also patsies that are used in these types of situations. And anybody who is unable to even stop and pause and give credence to that idea, clearly they do not know their history. Or they're just very, very comfortable just following the official narrative. But, I would implore you to look a little bit deeper into that historically, learn from your history. Where has that got us in the past?
And this is an Australian bitch telling you, okay? An Australian woman, all right? And then Elvis, sorry, I left Amy off. They was inadvertent. So yeah, he said you're one of the new favorites.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And then Dennis, thank you. And then we'll get back to this. Thank you, guys.
Sort of one episode. I didn't exactly dedicate a whole series to it. The reaction has been so almost violently obsessed that the public is now going, oh, okay, well, it feels like there's something here. I think that's just sort of our natural.
And it's kind of how I keep pausing it. So I should probably move on after this. But it's like when people that are Zionists or, the Ews, why are you guys so obsessed with Israel? It's because you guys demand our money, you demand our attention, you demand our support. We can't criticize or question anything. Your reaction to everything makes us react. And we're not actually obsessed. It's because you guys make us obsessed. It's like when these people get freaked out when these theories are brought up, it makes people question.
Right. I mean, what if they use some of their power and influence and money and all of these things to conspire in the interest of Americans? Then maybe we would change our tune.
That would be cool.
Wow, these Jews, the Israel lobby, yes, look at them.
Yes.
Going to bat for the people of America, for the American citizens. But no, it's literally in the direct opposite, of our interests. And so that's why we need to talk about it. That's why we need to bring it up. But, they could conspire in our interest and it would totally change the narrative.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe they should just start doing that.
But they're shameless. They don't even care to. And we're going to get into Trump and Netanyahu's meeting.
Yes.
But first I want to show you guys Candace's, or Alex Jones kind of crashing out on Candace.
Oh, yeah. He is freaking out.
I know. Up. One sequito. And then Elvis, thank you for another super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, now it's like this. Wait. Now it's like this. Of course. Okay. Oh, no. This is awful. Okay, which way am I supposed to do it? It's I don't even know what it is.
I don't know angles.
Right?
Is that what? Flipping it
Wait, actually, maybe I can do this.
360. No.
Guys, this is hard R retarded shit right now. Okay, I think I can do it like this. Oh, shit. Where'd I go?
Where even is the video?
Even hear us?
Oh.
1 second, guys. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna get it right now. I just had to restart, redo the whole thing. Boom. There is Alex Jones. Guys, I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm getting so hungry right now. Crap, I might need to go get a snack out of nowhere. The people in the inner Moody circle know why I'm hungry all of a sudden. Let me just tell you.
Num num.
Num num. She knows why too. Okay, this is Alex Jones on Candace Owens.
I remember saying to them, I said, I got to investigate her now. I got a bad feeling. I didn't have a bad feeling. God gave me a good brain. I already knew. I dropped the ball. I apologize. She's a globalist agent. I dropped the ball and I failed you, and I'm sorry. I got to follow my gut every time. It's never wrong. And I saw so much more she did. And I love her people threatening me and all their doxing of people and all that. You think that's going to make me go away? All you did was wake me up like a nuclear test site waking up Godzilla. So just get your asses ready. Because you want a war, I want your war, I want it all, I want the doxing, I want the lies, I want the attacks, I'm going to take you on. Because you work for the deep state and the Democratic Party and the CIA and MI6, and I see your ass. So you just get ready.
He just like hits octaves that I could never even dream of hitting.
Have you ever seen the movie Waking Life?
No.
You got to watch that with Josiah. He's in it. It's like a cartoon movie, but he's in it and he's very animated. But my takeaway from this is like, I'm so sick of this knee-jerk reaction that anytime somebody espouses an opinion that somebody else does not like, that they automatically go to, this person is a government agent, or this person is a paid operative of this country or that country or the other country. Okay, guys, the only thing that is like really legitimately happening for at scale from what I've seen is the Project Esther situation with the Israeli influences or American Jewish influences. But I'm so sick of this knee-jerk reaction that anytime you even post something that is opposing Netanyahu government, for example, people are like, "Oh, Qatari money,
right?
How much are you getting paid from the Arabs?" And like, I mean, fair enough, Alex Jones. You disagree with Candace's take. You dislike her opinion. Why do you need to jump to the idea that she's CIA or MI6 or some type of operative? I mean, I guess this is what maybe Nick has kind of been alluding to as well. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but by consistently asking her to clarify her relationship with, who's the individual that introduced her and her husband? And I mean, her husband's like some British lord, and the guy who introduced him was like some top figure in the Church of Scientology, maybe Masonic ties. I'm probably butchering that as well. But yeah, I don't like this thing that as soon as we disagree with someone, we're like, they're not, they're CIA, they're getting paid off. Yeah. How about people just have different opinions and you're going to like disagree with them sometimes? That doesn't mean they're paid necessarily.
You just went off and I love it. I agree. I've never accused someone of being something because I'm like, I don't know. None of us know. Just don't trust anyone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and just but still, we don't know. So it's kind of stupid to keep throwing out all these accusations.
Right.
Like, I don't like you. You're a grifter. You're a Fed. Blah blah blah. It's like, guys,
I wouldn't
shut the fuck
you
up.
can provide evidence. Like, if you have evidence of that, then sure. But otherwise, it's like everyone chucking these allegations. It doesn't make the conversation productive, and it doesn't help us get anywhere.
Right, exactly. We did get a super chat for you, Miss Amy. What's your favorite genre of music?
Classical is basically.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's the only thing that I listen to on it. I told you this the other day. Remember, classical music started playing from Josiah's office, and I was like, Isabella, do you guys listen to classical? She's like,
I know she did.
She was
but
like,
I'm like, is that your favorite?
Like, yeah, it's the only thing I listen to daily.
What if you're about to like go out? You're trying to like get ready, get pumped up. You're like.
I would say, sorry, I like a couple of like smaller independent artists. His name is Honest Ave. I don't even remember his handle, but she's like
quirky. She's not like the other girls. She likes small independent artists
Honest
and classical
Ave,
music. Bitches, okay?
Aries, and then Damien. Oh no, I'm forgetting his last. There's like a couple of small artists that I listen to like quite frequently. And then. What's that one artist that does like remix of like Nightcore as well? I like some songs like remix into Nightcore version. But yeah, no, the only thing I actually listen to every day is classical music and rain sounds. I love rain.
Interesting. The only music I can listen to if I do put it on, it's heavy metal or like heavy EDM. Like I think it's part of my ADD. Like I need it to be like the most obnoxious, or I just rather like watch TV
I like
or
that when
listen
I work
to
out.
podcast.
When I work out, I like listening to heavy metal and like rock music.
I'm an all or nothing type of bitch. So it's like if I'm listening to music, I am listening.
You want to headbang and shit.
No,
Let's
literally.
go.
Literally. And Abriana came out the womb doing like the rock symbol. Like that. Still to this day, that's how she puts herself to sleep.
Oh.
She doesn't suck her thumb. She does the rock symbol. So it definitely is genetic.
Oh, little rocker.
Okay.
That's cute.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to show you guys this. This is planned for later in the show, but I have a longer clip from Nick just because I need to go like grab a cheese stick or something because I'm really hungry and I'm gonna like feel sick if I don't eat. You know why.
Yes,
And
let's put it on.
so I'm going to just do the contexto first, okay? Okay, I'm going to do some context. I think I got this. Okay. So we all know that Trump's, like, we're failed by Trump, duh. Like, do you not realize that? If you don't, you're hard or retarded. Anyways, Nick said, Golden Age update, 325K deportations for 2025, bombed Nigeria. I'm just kidding, Nigeria. Bombed Venezuela, threatening to bomb Iran again. Fifth Netanyahu visit. Trump wins Israel prize, which is, I'm going to puke just thinking about it. Epstein files redacted, and that's a hard R for sure. YouTubers doing the FBI's job. $5 billion for refugee resettlement. And then I did have a clip I wanted to show you guys of him kind of just, you know, raping the narrative that Trump, like, honestly, if you're still, like, the left had something right when they said the Trump cult, except it's not everyone that's a Republican. It's now, if you're still being super supportive of Trump, you're part of the Trump cult because he can't do anything wrong.
Well, I mean, they act like it's a partisan thing when it's not, you know. I mean, people were very much the same when it came to the Democratic side. As soon as people started questioning Biden, I had dinner with my old editor a couple of weeks back, and he was saying what kind of switched his mentality from being a leftist to more of a centrist and now eventually a Republican is when he, with a lifelong friend, tried to bring up some genuine concerns that he had with Biden admin and just how his friend freaked out on him. It was like a cult-like reaction, you know what I mean? And he was like, that moment there was like, wait, is this a cult? And I said to him straight up, I'm like, but how is that any different from the way that people have reacted to Trump in recent times? Or as soon as you question MAGA, it's like, actually, no, MAGA is whatever Trump says it is because he's the one who invented it. He's the only one who's able to define it. And I disavow that idea, like, wholeheartedly. I think people, you can support somebody and follow them, but you should still be able to think for yourself and criticize them freely.
No one's perfect.
Like,
you're not Jesus.
Yes,
like, no one's
exactly.
perfect. No, I completely agree. That's why we have to be more specific. We're not MAGA. We're not just even America first. We're America only.
Yes.
Get it?
America, I will
That needs to be the new
I
hat.
will disavow my Australian citizenship immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Oh, yeah. You would shoot that citizenship in the neck.
Goodbye. I mean, yeah, I don't want to raise my kids in a socialist country. Are you kidding me?
No. And you
Heck
can't-
no. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And Tom, thank you for the super chat. We're 6 super chats away from reaching the goal for an extra 30 minutes live, and we have about 18 minutes.
18 minutes to hit it. We just got another one.
Oh, okay.
Can we get 5 more in the next 18 minutes, guys?
I think we can do it. And that's why I need this little snack real quick, because if I'm going to make it another, like...
Fair enough. Let's
whatever.
put this on, and while you're going to get that.
And then thank you. Okay, love you, proud to watch you with Candace, great women of the time. Thank you. I don't know if there's such thing, but we'll take it. Okay, here is Nick.
This is how you win. This is what winning looks like. No, this is what losing looks like. This is what being cucked looks and feels like. This is what being ritualistically humiliated and screwed looks like. You dumbasses, you stupid peasants and goyim supply the votes, and the Jews supply the money. And guess who the politicians deliver for? The votes or the money? Here's the difference. The voters, they don't pay attention. The voters get jazzed up during the election because they see the culture war shit on TV. The election happens, and then TV talks about something else, and everybody goes back to their daily life. And then we get screwed. That's politics. That's why I told people, don't vote for Trump. Take your own side. Trump is taking the side of Israel. He can do that. We will take our own side and stay home. I said, don't vote for Trump unless he vows immigration moratorium and no war with Iran specifically. I said, my vote is conditional. If Trump and his relationship with Miriam Adelson is conditional on whether he annexes the West Bank or not, then our support for Trump should be conditioned upon what he will do for immigration and what he will do in the realm of foreign policy. But people didn't want to hear that. They said, we're all on a team. They said, we got to get together and we need to win. We can't let the Democrats win. We need to hold our nose and vote. We need to be a coalition. We? Does it feel like a we? When Trump in July comes out and says, If you believe in the Epstein files, I don't want your vote, you're stupid. Did that feel like a we moment? Was that a coalition? When Trump forced Marjorie Greene out of Congress because she voted for the Epstein files, did that feel like a we moment? Were we all in it together? When Trump bombed Iran and then suggested we do regime change, was that a we're all in this together moment? When Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck and Trump didn't give a fuck about it, couldn't even pretend to give a shit about it. They asked him about it and he started talking about his vanity project in the East Wing. Did that feel like a we moment when they did nothing to punish the people involved or responsible?
Can we just say how, like, Nick was so right to, like, he was condemned for not voting for Trump 2024.
Yeah.
And he has been vindicated. I have another thing, too, where he predicted, I think back in July, right after, like, the first bombing of Iran, Trump's going to bomb Iran again, watch. And he predicted it. So, like, this is why, even if you disagree with Nick or don't like his tone because you're, I don't know, like a gagget, he's been right ahead of the time. First
for
one
so long
to predict things, you know, he actually predicts specific events. So it's like, okay, well, get over your feelings. He's actually correct. So maybe you should listen to him and like toughen the F up.
Right. And he's not saying like don't vote for Trump in a sense that like we want to get a Democrat elected, but your vote is power. And that's what influences, that's what can create a populist movement. You know, if they feel that a sentiment is strongly leading towards, no, we're not going to vote for you unless you commit to getting us out of foreign entanglements, unless you commit to no more foreign money, getting the money out of politics, whatever.
Committing to Americans first.
America first, baby.
Like, come
America
on.
first. That's the only way it's going to change. When you're able to say, hey, I will withhold my vote, that's the only thing. If we're forever stuck in this like fake uniparty bullshit of like, no, but we don't want the left to get in.
It's how they control us and keep us like submissive and just like dealing with it. And like,
Right.
as Nick says, negotiating with ourselves where it's like, oh, fine, I guess I'll do that because I don't want a Democrat. It's like, no, we have to let them know that we have to light fire under their asses.
Right, exactly.
Like,
That's
seriously.
that is the only way that they're going to learn. Literally.
And the difference between like why it's so important, and I love the phrase America only, because so many people can make the argument with America first, there's a little gray area. It's ambiguous. People can say, well, it actually puts America first if we have allies in the Middle East. If we have, like, they can have all this wiggle room. But if you say America only, no wiggle room for you fatsos. Totally. By the way, 2 more super chats. Thank you guys. Don't worry, boys. We're going to get that extra 30 minutes. I think you guys will too. I think so.
We have 12 minutes, though, to do it. So we need another 3 more super chats.
Time to pay the piper, as in Piper, these bitches. Anyways, Tom Tager, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Like the #1 super chatter. We love it. We love it. Anyways, we'll get back to Nick.
When Trump passed a big, beautiful bill and they allocated $150 billion for border security, and Trump got on TV an hour later and said, we're not deporting anybody that works on a farm, you'll understand. Did that feel like a coalition moment? Absolutely not.
Crazy today.
You need to remember this in 2026. You need to remember this in 2028. This is what it feels like to get
Oh, we did it.
We made it! Yay, that was so loud. Oh my gosh. That just reminds me of like bitches whenever they like see each other. They're like, they're getting down. It's so annoying, but thank you. Oh my gosh, so we made it. So we got another one from Tom. Thank you.
Thank
the Narrowgate.
you.
Nick is the modern day thought leader and like an Old Testament prophet. He speaks truth to power and he's honest and brave and a natural leader.
Yep.
Could not agree more. And then Elvis, thank you for the big super
Thank you
chat.
for the big super chat.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Thank you. First time to watch
Sleep
live.
well, sweet dreams.
Oh, well, thank
Let's
you.
go to bed.
Yeah, thank you for contributing, even though you won't be here, but it will still be on the channel, so maybe you can watch it mañana. And then also, Handyman, thank you. When you start with the premise that the state is evil, it's not hard to predict anything. There's no reform with evil. When you start with...
I get what he's saying. Yeah, because it's a
yeah.
uniparty. Both sides suck, basically is what he's saying. Both sides are evil. So yeah, it's not like all of these campaign promises they make to make things better are irrelevant when it's 2 sides of the same coin.
Right.
You know? I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what he's saying.
For sure. And I get what you're saying, and maybe that's why I'm black-pilled, but at the same time, I'm not saying it's all evil. I'm saying we have evil people that kind of take advantage of how complicit the American people are. So we need to make them unelectable. Like, we need to, like, you know how it's impossible if you're like a decent person, like they would never let Ron Paul actually become president because he was actually calling it out. He was actually honest. He was too good to
Was
actually.
he running as a Republican or a Libertarian?
I believe a Republican.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
A ticket that I think would be sick. I don't know if it would, because I know that Nick has his gripes with Massey. But
Does he really? I'm surprised.
I mean, he's complimented him, but he's also he has he has his issues with him as well. But I mean, again, that doesn't mean that he dislikes him wholesale. He points out the things that he doesn't like, which is fair and valid. Dude, a Massey Fuentes ticket. Oh my gosh.
That would have me screaming.
Oh my God. I'd be screaming like a bitch. I'd be like,
I would be screaming, we are Charlie Kirk from the rooftops. Nonstop for Charlie. Okay, a couple more and then we'll get back to the clip. Thank you guys. Dakari, nice to see you in here, Dakari. Evening, everyone. Hey, Isabella and Amy, what is one thing you love about America? Have a happy new year.
I would say so. Like in Australia, we don't have like a constitution the way that you guys do. We have a Bill of Rights, which clearly they don't care about and is way more penetrable than what the constitution is here. But just having those like God-given rights that are then transcended to the average everyday person, having the right to free speech, having the right to bear arms and defend yourself, and coming from a country that doesn't have those things, I'm able to see like completely the difference between these two political systems and why they're different despite having very similar like cultural makeup and things like this. Why America is so supreme, because it enshrines the God-given rights that human beings should have to its American citizens. And I think that's so freaking cool.
Yeah, she has so much better of an outlook on it. I guess I love all that too, but I just feel like it's not even true anymore. I love the
More
idea.
than Australia, though, bit. Like people are showing up in Australia to arrest people for their tweets.
No, I know.
At least we're not at that level yet.
No,
you know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree. I just am such like an all or nothing person that I love the idea of America. I love free speech, whatever. We obviously don't have it fully. Yes, it's the best in the world, but we just don't have it fully. So I'm just gonna say like my favorite thing about America right now is that it's the freaking superpower of the world. Like that's like to me, it obviously is the superpower. I wish that we didn't get bitched out and cucked to Gaysreel, but we do. But that's like. I would say free speech, and yes, I'm happy that it's the most free country in the world, but it's not there. It's not there, and that's why I'm black-pilled, and that's why it's hard for me to be like, I'm a patriot. You know what I mean? It's like,
I feel ya.
So, anyway, yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's why I'm still careful with some of the things that I say, because despite... I mean, you know me, my day, like, guys, I love comedy. I'm a comedian, okay? I love to joke. Nothing that I say is ever serious, but I like very dark humor.
Yeah.
I like to say certain things, but in the back of my head, I'm like, what if the pendulum swings back, you know? And then you're permanently unemployable or this or that. So these are also things that you need to consider. Like, yes, you do have free speech, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be, like, exiled from polite society. It just means that you won't get arrested for your speech, which a lot of countries are now doing. I think there's now been 1,200 arrests where they put people in jail for tweets.
That's crazy.
In the UK.
I would be publicly executed.
It's insane. You want to make it a week, Isabella.
I know. Well,
heck no. Absolutely not.
I would have to comply. Okay, we'll move. Hey, Amy, great to see you. Glad you're doing well. Happy for your endeavors. God bless you. Also, why did you move out of Florida? I think you addressed this last time.
Yeah, so I was already, after going independent and not being tied down to a physical location with valuetainment, I was already open to moving. I lived in Hawaii for 4 years. I've lived in Florida for like 5 years now. So I was up for a new adventure. I was initially thinking somewhere in the South, but when I came out here for Turning Point, I got to connect with Isabella and
the Moody's
and her husband Josiah, and they're just such incredible people. We're so aligned on so many of our values, and Isabella is an incredible mother, and that's one of my goals for 2026. To get married to my fiance, to get pregnant, to have babies. And so he was like, no, I think he's like, you should go out there and like learn to bake bread from scratch and learn how to take care of babies. Because really the only experience I had with that was my little brother. He's 15 years younger than me. So when I was like 14, 15 is when he was born. So yeah, it's a little bit of practical like life experience, and Isabella and Josiah are awesome, and I think that our brands align really well together too.
Yeah, I agree. And Amy's been awesome too. It's nice to have someone that she has like OCD, so she helps me clean and organize, which I need. And it's fun to actually film with you and go live with you, so it's not just me. And yeah, she's just been a really I don't like to be around people that much, but she's super easy to be around and chill, and it doesn't feel like I have to like entertain. And it's cool. I mean,
we do our own things, and then like when we come together throughout the day, then we talk about stuff or whatever. And her my OCD complements her ADD.
So true. So true. And then, okay, Toad, thank you for the super chat. Saying it with a hard R and an Australian accent. Be still my heart. Yeah. Okay, Tom Taggart, random comment, but I saw a couple of Amy's videos after the last live. I was impressed with both the content, substance, and delivery presentation. So true. She puts so much more into her videos. She like does video essays. She puts so
I like
much
to make
into
them
it.
like mini docs. So the next one I'm going to do, actually, I'm writing the script right now, is about looks maxing.
That's
I'm going to go deep into it, like looks maxing, the history of it, what some people are saying about collab, the pros, the cons, the strategies, and then at the end, like my full unadulterated thoughts. So you guys can look forward to that. Yes. And also there's one currently in the works about why women are so obsessed with true crime and like what it does to their brains, which I want to say, I know we've already kind of gone past this. I think that's why so many women are obsessed with Candace Owens, because it kind of like that true crime addiction woman brain thing that we have going on. But maybe not just that. She also does provide some value and substance. But you guys can look out for those videos here soon.
I don't get the true crime stuff because I grew up watching horror movies. The gorier, I used to like stay up all night and watch all the Saw movies. The only movies I've ever bought are this entire Saw series. Okay, I'm weird.
My mom showed me those when I was like so young, and I'm scarred from them.
I grew up on them. But ever since having my daughter, ask Josiah, I can't even see a TV show or movie that has a scene where not even anything is happening to the kids or someone that's like under 18. I don't even want them to see it happening to their parents. Like, I sound gay, but it triggers me. I'm like, I can't even think about my daughter having to witness things like that or go through something like that. So, like, we're watching Dexter, Original Sin, and whatever, Resurrect. If you guys know Dexter, whatever, he was born in blood. He and his brother had to watch like their mom get chainsawed to death. And whenever the scene like flashbacks come on, which happens often, I'm like, I have to fast forward because I'm such a bitch. I'm such a bitch about it. It's so weird. So it's weird that women are obsessed with it. To me, it's like
you know what it is? It's like two things. Number one, it's like
I am obsessed with Candace's podcast.
They want to feel prepared. So they want to know what to do. They want to feel prepared, but also they're addicted to this feeling of fear. Which comes from your dopamine and cortisol release, which we naturally have way more prevalent because of how addicted we are to social media and all of like the doom scrolling and all of the terrible news and all of this stuff, but we want to feel informed. It's wrapping up all of those elements together in what like one digestible podcast that people are obsessed with true crime, specifically women. I believe 90% of the viewers of true crime are women, and they chalk it back to those two things. They love to feel prepared, but also subconsciously they love to feel scared at the same time. Honestly.
They do. It's weird. It's sick. It's sick. And I just saw a video of this feminist being like, women, you have to stop being into guys that like Trump. Like, that's awful. You cannot be into guys that have these like terrible beliefs. But I'm like, bitches are into serial killers. Like, shut the F up.
What about the Taylor Lorenz, like being obsessed with Luigi Manchioni?
Yeah, and then what's the other one? Ted Bundy.
Yeah. I talk about all of that in there. I have clips of Taylor Lorenz and, you know, the letters that people send to these serial killers and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what's so good. And that brings us to Tom Taggart's another super chat. Thank you, Tom. The informational presentation works well. It totally makes sense. It totally does. And you guys should, like I said in the beginning, her channel's linked in the description. Go check it out and go look at those because they're way more high effort than my yapping.
They told me to stop moving the mic. Let me set it here. I was putting it on my lap so that Isabella could see the screen.
You need to like lean in more. I can go back and
it's probably making noise.
Sorry, guys. Hopefully it's not that bad.
That's the first comment I saw about it, but if it was annoying, I apologize.
Well, let's get back to Nick.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys for the super chats. We are going the extra 30 minutes.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Fucked. This is what it feels like to not have a country. This is what it feels like to not have sovereignty or independence or freedom. Larry Ellison picks up the phone, Jagoff.
That's that bought TikTok, right? Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I mean, and his son as well. They bought out not just TikTok, but all of the major media companies like Paramount, all of these things. It's consolidating into one big media conglomerate, and it's crazy. They're a monopoly.
Yeah, that's why we have to be more anti-Semitic. We gotta fight back, guys.
Answers. Miriam Adelson picks up the phone. He answers. Shapiro, Levin pick up the phone. They have lunch with him the next week. And you bitch on Twitter, and nobody's listening. You bitch and moan on Twitter, and you yell at the TV, and nobody's listening. Nobody could give a shit about it. Because you'll go and vote anyway. You'll go and vote in 26 and 28 because you are nothing. You have no power.
Guys, emergency. Dennis said he can't figure out how to give more than $5. Emergency.
Emergency.
Can someone help? I don't even know.
Capped?
Um,
And
I think you just increase it. Like I'm doing it on my end. You can just
you
slide it over.
scroll the little slider thingy.
Yeah.
Just scroll it.
Yeah.
That is what it feels like to be
That was
crushed.
an emergency.
And that's the state of the
Thank you,
country. It is a Jewish oligarchy. What else would you call this?
It is.
What else would you call this? Barry Weiss and Ben Shapiro sit down at the Tikva Fund Jewish Leadership Conference, and they both receive their Theodore Herzl prizes. And then they go back to running their respective media empires, telling everybody that Israel's defending itself and we need to shut down Nick Fuentes and Hassan Piker. What else would you call this? Tucker Carlson says that's neocons. Wrong. It's Jews. Wrong.
That's a good clip. That's a good clip. Oh my gosh. That is great. Okay, we got a super chat from Missy. Name 10 of your favorite horror movies. Okay, so my childhood one that I loved was like The Ring, and like I look like her when I'm out of the shower.
I like that one too, yeah.
I think Sinister's scary. Hereditary is crazy. Have you seen Hereditary? It's messed up. Wait, didn't you say
I haven't watched any like horror movies in a good amount of time. I've watched some suspense movies. I can't recall them. I actually watched one of those Daily Wire. It was from the Daily Wire.
Was it the first one, like the gun school shooting?
She got stuck in a closet, like her boyfriend
I
locked
didn't
her
see
in a
that
closet with
one.
the Bible. That one was pretty good. But no, there's an Australian one that's actually really good, an award-winning horror movie that's based on a true story called Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek is a really, really good horror movie. But I haven't watched any that I could really recall in like the last 10 years. I just haven't.
Well, I like Halloween 1 and 2, directed by Rob Zombie, who I like as a music artist as well. I never was really into The Conjuring, but I did see The Conjuring at a drive-in movie theater 10 minutes away from the actual house where it happened, because Connecticut's the most haunted state in the country, and that's where I was raised.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
have you ever seen a ghost or had any like extra?
I have. I've never seen
any experiences?
I don't know about a ghost, but one thing that I know for a fact, and like my mom swears by it, my dad still thinks that somehow we did this as like a joke, but it's real. I swear. One day I woke up in my bedroom, and I used to play around with a Ouija board. I used to have it under my bed. So
have you had an exorcism?
No.
Oh my gosh, we got to get you one.
But I've had a sleep paralysis demon literally follow me. That's why when you first moved, I was like, hopefully you don't have a sleep paralysis demon. Just I was like, because our last
we need an exorcist. Do you guys know any exorcists? Let's get it.
Because Grayson, who used to live here, literally never got sleep paralysis until I moved here.
Really?
So I was like, oh, hopefully you don't get one.
Oh no.
Hopefully you don't. But one day I woke up. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Tom Tagar saw it. Thank you, Tom. And then Patriarchy Sound. One racist babe for every gender. Happy New Year. Thank you. But yeah, okay. So one day I woke up, and on my wall, which the wall was taller, the ceiling was taller than even in here. So it's a really high ceiling. Right at the top, like right at the corner, whatever, there were 2 footprints, not shoes, like dirty footprints, one in front of the other face down. And I was like, what the fuck? And my dad was like, oh, you guys somehow did it. I'm like, even we wouldn't be able to do that unless we had, even if we had everyone in the house like facilitate this, we couldn't do it. And we didn't do it. So that there was like a demon walking down to my bed one night.
Right.
So
yeah, no,
you tell me what that is.
I've had sleep paralysis before as well.
Really? It's awful.
In Virginia. And like
Virginia?
I thought,
you don't want to have sleep paralysis in Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh my gosh.
I thought that I like had gotten up as well. Like the whole bed was shaking and like the sheets were moving and stuff. And I thought
I've never had that.
I thought I had jumped up. Like my experience was I jumped up out of bed and I was like facing the wall opposite the bed and was like breathing like, oh my God. And then I turned around and I saw myself still in the bed.
Oh, I've never had it like that.
Dude, it was wild. It was wild. But yeah, no, all of that stuff is real. And
don't mess around with Ouija boards.
We should
well, I kind of want to get one. Just kidding.
No. We should get an exorcist. I really don't mess with any of that stuff. It's very, very scary. Like when you think of how powerful the power of God is and the saints and the angels, the same is true on the opposite side. Like maybe they're not omnipresent, omnipotent the same way that God is, but they're powerful too. And so I think that when it comes to spirituality, like people really shouldn't mess with that stuff unless they're doing so under the protection of God and Jesus Christ specifically.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's just being raised watching horror movies. Like I was just raised heavy metal horror movies. I've always just loved the creepy stuff. Saw movies would be in my, like, not all the Saw movies, but like probably like 1 through 6, the best. I just like creepy stuff, but since becoming a mom, I really haven't. Like, it's freaked me out, and I don't want to mess with it at all with my like nothing. I don't want to mess with anything when it comes to my daughter. So
Fair enough.
okay, we'll do this last super chat, and then we will move on to Netanyahu in his meeting with Trump. Trump's bitched out for Netanyahu. Netanyahu. Anyways, Synagogue of Satan from Synagogue of Satan, Yom Kippur. I can't say these Jewish words, okay? And I'm happy about it. Has 2 sacrifices made. CK and TR look up the history of this ritual. I'm being cryptic for a reason, but it looks to me like Tyler is a sacrifice to. Okay,
Can you save this? Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put this in my little scripting doc just so we can look it up because that's interesting. That's muy interesante and scary, and it would not surprise me to say the very least.
I saw someone ask me twice if I get angry. Like, yeah, sometimes. So they literally put in the chat twice. Amy, do you get angry? Question mark. Sometimes it's like a normal human emotion, right? So when things happen that cause anger. From time to time, I have my emotions in pretty good check, though, I will say, for the average person.
Yeah.
I'm pretty emotionally intelligent. Yeah. I would think.
What's funny is, like, people probably think I'm, like, angry all the time because of what I tweet and post, but I'm actually, like, pretty much the same unless something, like, significant happens to make me happy, angry, or sad. So I fire it up for social media. Okay?
Yeah, no, you have a very even keel personality for sure.
Wait, so should we actually, I do have some, like, Erica Kirk memes.
More?
We do have some more. Okay, I think we have to do this. No. We have to do this. This is for the boys. Hold on. Okay, let's see this. Where's the sound? So it says Erica Kirk holds another touching tribute to Charlie Kirk after it's insane. Okay, now we have, what's this? Okay. So this is like telling us to watch Erica's face.
Podcast.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Seeing her expression change when she brings up Candace.
It's weird. It is weird.
Pastor Candace Owens. The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop.
The way she says it is like almost, it's like robotic. It's almost as if you typed it into your device to like repeat it. Like,
stop.
Like, one more time, let's hear
out into the world right now. Stop.
Yeah.
It's very robotic.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all I have to say. Stop.
A little too late. Okay, let's see what else I got in this yacht.
This one's funny.
Oh my god, I've been dying at these.
Me too.
Hold on, guys. Of course, I don't know why
I miss my husband versus Eric.
They don't stop, and I haven't gotten sick of them yet, I will say. Normal widows at their husband's funeral. Erica at her husband's funeral.
Let me see what you can do.
I can't. Milo has been nonstop, and I've been kind of here for it. Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen these? We ask you to respect the privacy of the family at this difficult time. We might get copyrighted. Oh wait, did you see this one?
Listen, everything's funny because there's an element of truth to it. So, like, these wouldn't be spreading like wildfire unless there was some kind of like kernel of truth, and that's why they're so relatable and they're so funny and they're actually hitting.
Right, and this is from Milo. He said, Erica Kirk reveals the origin story of Turning Point Faith.
My father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant. My Uncle Junior works there, who is a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not. He went from Catholic to Jehovah. So basically, my grandmother wanted us all to switch from Catholic to Jehovah. You know, meanwhile, we're from Harlem. My father's doing coke. You know, my mother thinks she's Aunt Margaret. She's teasing the hair with a bottle of vodka. You know, so dysfunctional, cross-addicted family, still cooking pasta on Sundays. And
you guys get it.
This is on some shit Jehovah has never even witnessed. Jehovah's never even seen that shit. Yeah. What are we talking about here? This is crazy.
Yeah. And then, okay, we got a couple super chats we'll look at. The Narrow Gate said, I had a ghost come and see me, an old lady, as I was watching the series Medium, and I attracted that energy. My friend told me how to make her go. Okay, wow. Nice. All right. And then I saw Tom said, let's keep it going. So thank you. I think I read all of them. Let me know if I missed any. But we'll keep going. Looks and sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire. Stylist. Yeah, it kind of does, huh? Okay, then I have this like little bookmark folder that... Okay, so basically, this... So it's from Stu Peters. He said Erica Kirk directed. Sorry, the mic. Well, no, actually, I can read. I'm being way weird. It's actually just covering her. I can read it.
You can read there too. No,
I know yeah. I can. It's a little small.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
But okay, Erica Kirk directed Andrew Colvat to release her alibi through a YouTuber. Innocent people don't behave this way. It's not what honest people do. But Erica Kirk is not honest. She's not a grieving widow. She's a confirmed liar and at the center of this cover up. So let's see what this is.
Drink, I find it unproductive. Drink, I find it unproductive. Stop. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Stop. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Stop. Yeah, right. Drink, I find it
Sorry, why lie about things that are so easily disprovable, like so easily
people have to go
debunked.
Looking for it. It wasn't like available.
But it makes you look so much worse.
It does, yeah. But these people, I don't know, they assume that they are untouchable and that they, that they're untouchable basically by virtue of their position and by virtue of their clout and whatever, and they think they can get away with saying anything.
For real.
But, yeah, because it's not like that was public knowledge. Like, I had no idea that she was a pageant girl or any of this prior to this stuff unfolding.
But she's like arguably like one of the most famous people like talked about right now because of the major assassination. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like to me it's just don't go out of your way to say things. Like, no one's like, hey, have you had boyfriends in your past? Like, right. I mean, not that I've seen. It's like, why go out of your way?
To lie completely, yeah.
And it was right after there was claims that Erica's ex-boyfriend was at that meeting. And then she said, no, I've never even had a boyfriend ever. And that's why Candace was like, well, that makes me want to look into this more because why are you saying that now? Like, now you want to make it seem like that never existed?
And when she was on dating shows, like it was an actual dating
my favorite
show.
Reality network.
Is that what she means though? That like maybe it wasn't real because it was a dating show? Like maybe it was
she dated that Daily Wire guy.
Yeah, no, that one is like irredeemable. Clearly that was a total lie.
Yeah.
And she was dating that guy. But so far as the like reality TV thing, maybe she doesn't count that as like a real relationship because it was reality TV. Who knows?
Right. But the other one wasn't reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
From the Daily
I agree with that for sure.
And then Coltrane, thank you for the super chat. Aliens real or not? I don't know. I mean, probably, but I actually don't find aliens interesting. I never have. But I feel like I should, but I don't.
Find them interesting. I think that there's a chance that they could be demons.
Yeah. Maybe the Ews are aliens. Okay, so now we have Trump just met with Netanyahu, which, by the way, I saw Clint Russell. He has a podcast on YouTube, like Liberty Lockdown. He's pretty cool, but he said he used to work at Verizon, and whenever like the state reps would come in, like they'd randomly show up, and everyone's all scared and on their best behavior. And he's like, this is exactly that energy. Like Netanyahu showed up unannounced and was like, better keep everything in check.
Right.
And they're declaring and so happy to bomb Iran, which Nick predicted back in July, I believe, and I will show you guys that clip. But first, let's watch this disgustingness.
Will you support an attack, Israeli attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal? If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear weapons?
If they will continue with the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay, one will be yes, absolutely. The other was, we'll do it immediately.
Mr. President,
Whoops, Amy actually sent me a clip.
Yeah, so it was just him this was a clip of him saying they're going to strike Iran, right?
Yeah.
So I remember when everything initially unfolded where Trump ended up bombing their nuclear facilities out in Iran, everybody who was very cautious about the hot war that could have unfolded was ridiculed, criticized. People were like, oh, are you going to eat your words when Trump fixes everything? Guys, look where we are now. Several months later, literally back at war with Iran after we destroyed their nuclear facilities. Now, months ago, what I was warning about was a false flag that I was concerned would actually occur on American soil. And so we'll watch that clip and then let me give you some comments and thoughts that I have from some stuff that's happened very recently.
Okay, who's that cutie? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Not that one.
Oh no. I mean, she would love it if you called her cutie. Yeah. She is a, a gay lesbian.
She swings that way.
A gay lesbian. I mean, lesbians are real. She's a lesbian. She's Jewish. All the things.
Another attempt is going to come from Iran against Trump. And for me, one thing that I'm personally concerned about is a false flag.
Yeah.
Yes, and that could literally be laying the foundation
Anna,
for that
Iran
to be
is a
happening.
peaceful regime, and you have to believe whatever they say.
You know,
They're
Adam,
great
I know
people.
it's difficult to debate me, but don't put words in my mouth.
And
don't make
I'm
arguments
just
that I did
summarizing
not
what you're
make.
saying. You're defending Iran.
No,
I would much rather defend Israel than defend Iran.
By the way, she's not just defending Iran. You go on X and you see a lot of people on the right, conservatives, who also completely agree with Anna. They don't want to see American lives taken. They don't want to spend trillions of dollars on another war.
Nobody
does. So then what's your point? Let's say, okay, so China and Russia are now saying that they will back Iran. What are we to do then if we...
Jillian said nobody does. Oh yeah, nobody does. Okay, yeah, we're going to support Israel that are pushing for this stuff. The point has been made. You guys want to know what's really interesting? Is out in Australia, there was actually the probably biggest terrorist attack in like decades that occurred out there. Australia is disarmed, there aren't guns, but there was an attack out in Bondi Beach that was targeted against Jewish people during Hanukkah. And what did Netanyahu do? He came out immediately, and he said that Iran was behind it. Now, in the last couple of days, Iranian officials have come out and they are quite literally calling this a false flag performed on behalf of Israel. And so it's not just everyday people, citizenry, people from Australia, America, what have you, who are weighing into this. These are actual government officials, and they're not just throwing around these statements willy-nilly. There's huge implications for stating something like that.
And they know what they're doing.
And but also the Australian National Review, I know the editor-in-chief there, that company, the Australian National Review, has put a $1 million bet, which they've just increased to $10 million, that Israel is found to have been behind it. So this is a country that does false flags. Pretty much any false flag that has been admitted, recorded in history was Israel. And while there has not been one that occurred in the US, I find it just so ironic that pretty much all of the comments under this were hate towards me, anti-American. Yeah, oh my, people were like, oh, you're gonna regret your words, all of this stuff. Guys, it ended up literally happening in Australia, okay, my home country. It could very well happen here, and that is part of the justification for them going after Iran. So, you know, well, what could I say? What could I say? I mean, I called it literally months and months and months and months ago. But,
amazing. Yeah. I mean, amazing. I actually see people supporting you in the comments too. By the way, I have to read this. Someone said Amy's been in Adam. I think basically calling him like a bitch, like he's like the woman, he's the receiver, which is kind of funny. Like you could dick Adam down because that's how gay he is. That's what I think you're saying. I don't know. You tell me. You might need to mansplain that one to me, but that's how I read it. There's my 2 cents. But yeah, I mean, everything that Israel accuses everyone else of doing, they're actually doing, and
themselves. Yeah,
it's so tiresome. And Anna Kasparian goes off, and I saw someone say, "You guys need to have Anna on." Listen, we will. That's what I want. That's what I want. Everyone knows that's what I want. Did we get through the whole clip?
Did we?
I think we did. I think it started over, but you can't see it.
Oh, yeah, no. We finished this one. Yeah,
okay.
No, we're good on that for sure.
That was a great addition. I want to show you guys what Nick said, like his prediction. Speaking of, wow, you guys are like twinning, #twinning, predicting shit, talky mushrooms. And so let me play this.
You think Israel's going to watch Iran reconstitute itself and get money and make a deal and integrate in the region and the regime?
Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, back in June. So June, I was wrong. June, 1 month off.
The regime is going to not only remain but grow stronger. Of course, they're not going to do that. So I would not be surprised if we're going to do this all over again before the end of the year. And that's how the Israelis set it up. With their first strike, with their last strike, they decapitated the government. Clearly, they still have an eye towards regime change. And with Iran's program intact, with Iran and the United States still willing to negotiate.
Poor Charlie. Why are you guys still commenting about? I mean, yes, poor Charlie, but poor Charlie. Like, yeah, I guess. Well, Charlie actually was one of the people that he called Trump before
and tried to stop him from
yeah,
going to war with
my husband.
Iran.
Yeah, my husband Josiah Moody at JXSaya on Twitter just like did a thread about this, just how like what would Charlie think about this right now, and maybe if Charlie was alive still, that he could have convinced Trump not to do
this exactly,
which is crazy, but
which is even more ammo into the theory and speculation that was he taken out for these various reasons, perhaps.
One could speculate.
Possibly.
One could.
And the only good that can come out of that is that Iran is going to rebuild all its strength. Israel will have every incentive to make sure that a deal does not happen. They have every incentive to make sure that Iran cannot get sanctions relief, cannot reconstitute its program, its missiles, cannot restore the credibility of its government in the minds of the people. Like they're not going to allow that to happen. They've said it repeatedly. This is our once in a lifetime opportunity to change the entire balance of power forever. Syria is defeated. Hezbollah is defeated. The Houthis are degraded. Hamas is defeated. They're now going to let Iran get strong again. They're going to let Obama, pallets full of cash, Biden $6 billion in unfrozen assets. Like, think about this. It's a no-brainer. Iran is going to say, we're not giving up enrichment, and we won't even make any agreement unless we get concrete sanctions relief in the near term. That's what they're going to say. And if that happens, you know what it's going to be? Obama, pallets full of cash. Biden unfroze $6 billion. Trump gave them billions of dollars to fund the rebuilding of their proxy network, to fund the rebuilding of their missile program. And that's what they'll do. The Iranians will insist we will not negotiate about our ballistic missiles, only nuclear. They're going to rebuild the missiles, and that is a huge part of it for Israel. They're going to rebuild the proxies. That's a huge part of it for Israel. So if you think this is done, you're just not paying attention. Again, we're done bombing Iran until the next time we bomb Iran. We're done in our war with Iran until the next major escalation, until the next
real. Someone just said he doesn't know that. Well, it's being proven
next major
true right
flat.
now. Like that's why this clip is circulating.
That's what is happening.
Like
As
he was
it's
right.
What Trump announced today, guys. Like
he was right one second, guys. Announcement: Dennis figured it out. He was able to send a $10 super chat. Woo! Thank you, Dennis. Thank you.
Point in our war with Iran, we won't be dragged into bombing Iran until the next time we get dragged into bombing Iran. It has happened over and over and over again. And if you think this was the last word, if you think there's any finality, well, here it is staring you right in the face. There is no finality to this here. This is not a conclusion at all. This is like the end credits scene when, Iran reaches up from inside the grave. It sets up the sequel. I hope that's not the, and for anybody that is interested, I'm not cheering for that. I hope that doesn't happen. My dream would be that the United States...
Amy needs to increase her super chat goal because...
I set it to 10. I was very conservative on my first live stream, okay? But we see and we appreciate all of these super chats coming in. So thank you guys. It makes me want to up my target.
We finally...
Because listen, I'm a broke bitch, okay? Right now, currently... Thank God for these people for taking me in and like feeding me and giving me like a home. Like I'm a broke house bitch right now, okay?
I'm like her mother bird.
I actually get my first YouTube pay in January because before it was all being redirected towards valuetainment because I was on the network. So I actually get my very first YouTube pay in January, which is very exciting.
Yay! So exciting, and we're gonna be pumping that shiitake mushrooms up. She's gonna be pumping out the content. You're live. We're going live like what, 4 nights a week?
Yeah, 4 nights a week. 3 on your channel, 1 on mine.
Damn. And by the way, if you ever like, I'm kind of want to chill tonight. You don't always have to go live with me. Like it's a lot. I know.
No, it's fun. It's good.
Okay, cool.
I think it's good practice for me because I do want to be getting more active because before. Again, at Valuetainment, so much of my time was allocated towards other channels and things that weren't building me at all. But like being here, I feel like we're building our shared audience, like the chemistry between us and our like combined shows. So I think it's good.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. I'm happy to have you here.
Totally restrains Israel and does regime change there, and Israel's brought to heel. And I hope that Iran makes a deal and they get confidence that they're not going anywhere and investment goes in and they're our ally. And I wish nothing but the best. But this is a situation staring us in the face right now. and you're just naive to ignore these very troubling developments. So
Real.
I saw someone ask me what happened to Connor. Shout out Connor, guys. He's still.
Who's Connor?
Connor was he's the one who wrote the message about the hard girl and the girl who can't even pronounce how to save her life. So he was my producer at Valuetainment. Since I went independent from VT, we've actually worked together on a couple of episodes. He did help me with the research and scripting for a couple of my previous video essays. The Silver one, the one on Silver, the one about Elijah Schaffer's lawsuit. And then, those two ones specifically. And so, shout out Connor. His link is still in my descriptions. You guys should support his Substack, follow him on X. And we do have a video essay that we're going to be working on together in January as well. So massive shout out to Connor. I loved working with him, and we should all continue to support him too.
Yes, Connor. We support you, Connor.
We support you, Connor.
Yeah, so we have like 5 minutes left of the live stream, like 4 to 5 minutes. So I figured let's just freaking talk to you guys in the chat until the rest. So by the way, Theories, thank you for the super chat, $5. I'm super late, but hope all is well. Same to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Weird. I feel like everyone's always saying I go late, live too late. But
I guess because other time zones, right? I mean,
yeah, well,
it's
Arizona's so behind.
It's like 11:30 in Florida right now.
Yeah, it's tough over there, but appreciate you guys being here. We actually had some good viewership tonight, like more than usual. So, okay, Vinny ain't the brightest, but his attitude and nose is on point. Vinny's my favorite from.
I love Vinny.
Yeah,
I love Vinny. Vinny and Tom are my two favorites.
Wait, which one's Tom? Is he the other guy?
He's the
nerdy guy?
older guy. Yeah,
Yeah, but he has good insight.
We did a show together, an election show, leading up to the 2024 election, and he's such a good soul, man of faith, like Christian man. He's given me so much good advice. He mentored me on political polling, but on Jesus Christ and scripture and just like life philosophy in general. And he's such a good freaking dude. I love Tom.
Shout out Tom. And speaking of Tom Taker, thank you for another super chat. You're in Maryland. Eastern time is best. By the way, I agree. I just live here because that's where my husband moved us. But I totally agree because you are so behind. When you wake up at 8 o'clock here, it's like 11. Dangerously Moody. Ooh, that's a good show name.
It's actually kind of sick.
Oh my gosh.
I actually kind of like that a lot.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Down.
That's good.
I actually really like that.
That is really good. That was clever,
Good
I will
job.
say.
Good job.
If I had a gold star to give you, I would give it to you. I promise. Where are you guys all from? I was born and raised in Connecticut. It doesn't even matter. Shut up. Anyways, someone said, Brandon said, I love you ladies. I hope more women become like you. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I hope not a ton more women. I hope they maybe are with us, like us, quietly in their lives, but we don't need more e-girls.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could have some more people to attack. It's fun.
Yeah. I don't know. It just depends. It depends on their life goals, everything like that. It is hard to do this kind of thing and then also balance being a mother,
Tell
being
me
a wife.
about it.
Isabella does an amazing job of it, and that's a part of my education and being here to learn from her.
I really don't, though.
No,
I feel
you
like
do.
I never finish anything.
No, but it's just because you're ADD, so you think that of yourself. But it's actually, it's quite impressive the way that you run your household, take care of your husband, take care of your child, and get all of this content stuff done at the same time.
Thank you.
It is quite impressive.
I appreciate it. I really.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's for sure not for everyone. It's not for the average person, and I think women in general would be much better suited in the household, but also holding some of these views, obviously being against feminism, wanting to vote Republican or conservative, or at least support their husband's vote, because I don't believe that women should vote or drive.
So
I
do drive.
I don't drive.
I do drive.
I don't even know how to drive.
Wait, can you even vote?
No, not here. No.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say. Well,
so I don't vote, and I don't drive.
Well, I didn't vote last election, but I do drive.
I'm a green card holder, not a citizen.
But I really don't like to drive, and I really just drive to the You see what I do? I don't even leave the house. I'm like, we don't need to go into the grocery store.
Yeah.
All we need to do, place the online order,
pull up at
in the
Safeway.
in the app. Don't do Instacart. Don't waste money. We don't just pull up, they bag it all for you and
Right.
bring it to your car. It's great. By the way, guys, oh my gosh, 2 more super chats, even though we are right at the end. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Roman, is Amy a citizen of the U.S.?
No, I'm a green card holder.
She's
Not
a-
through marriage, alternative routes.
She's a citizen of this dick. I'm sorry.
I'll be able to apply for my residency in like a year or 2 though. So residency, and then if I can get citizenship, I would totally denounce my Australian citizenship to be a U.S.
You
citizen.
should tweet that.
Absolutely.
I feel like people would love that.
Oh, it's so true. America only, baby. I'll put
Yeah.
my money where my mouth is.
Well, that sounds sexual.
Oh,
anyways,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm making everything weird. I'm getting like, when I get tired, I get really goofy and it's dangerous.
Well, we're at the end of the time anyways.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So last super chat, and then we're gonna be signing off for the night. Tom, thank you again for another super
Thank you,
chat.
Tom.
Thank you. So we'll be live again Thursday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time sharp. She's helping me stay on track. My husband said it has to be 8 o'clock, and I have 2 people like freaking putting this dangerously moody bitch in check. So. So it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time sharp. And then Saturdays at like 4 to 5 p.m.
Yes.
Mountain Standard Time.
Correct.
And yeah, thank you guys all so much for joining. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys at next time. Salute. Bye. Oh, another one. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn.
Gia McCoy.
Gia McCoy. Wait, hold on. Gia McCool and I want you and Josiah and Amy on the show to talk about. Oh, yeah, sure.
Message Isabella on X.
Actually, I saw that
Or-
she messaged me on Instagram, so I'll message her back.
nice.
And Glenn, I think I have you on Twitter. So by the way, guys, I suck at answering DMs. So if I don't answer you, Glenn, or I know I haven't answered Gia yet, or my husband might have on my account because he does that for me sometimes, I'm the worst at messaging people back, and it's not personal. It's like I'm just a lazy bitch, okay? But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. I will check that out after Glenn, and have a great night. Bye.